So in the very beginning, I mentioned two vendors, two manufacturers, and then one of them was not able to just simply maintain a good firewall of information between two competitors. So that became a disadvantage for the vendor, and they might lose business in the long run. And the other vendor who had a very robust firewall, they managed information very strictly and keep the confidentiality in design, recipes, timing of campaigns, time to market, and all that. They will definitely be the preferred vendor. So managing complexity is and can become a competitive advantage for a company, because we know the complexity will be there. It is part of life. It is part of supply chain. Then we have to manage it. If you manage it well, that becomes your advantage.
Mhm. I can
Yep.
give you an example of one of our
Please.
contract manufacturing organization. So they manufacture our device, parts of our device, and they also manufacture one of our competitor. Like we know this, yeah. But more than that, we have no information because they have different teams. They have two different teams working on development and manufacturing. So they have physically divided the team. So their project manager has nothing to do with our project manager. They are different teams sitting in different departments, different offices. So,
Exactly. Exactly.
so
You just
additional
cannot have that.
project,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cross
Yeah.
contamination of information. That's very important.
So
And
you
there are
have,
regulations
when you
around
sit
it. Yes.
together, you have this information exchange. So they do their best to avoid this.
Yes. Because you might actually get into regulatory problem, because the regulators, if it is a product that is being post licensed by two corporations, then you just cannot have that happening, because that might actually be treated as a breach of antitrust
Agreements.
law.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah. Yep. So coming to the conclusive part of today's discussion, how do you transform complexity, which is part of life, into an advantage? Actually, turn it around. Faster innovation, short cycle times, project management. A good project management team can turn your dreams into reality at a faster pace. And some corporations have this as a budget requirement, as a KPI, as a benchmark, as a target for the senior level, topmost level. For example, there's a requirement by the corporate that such percentage of your sales should come from younger products. To state it differently, 20%, for example, of your revenue should come from products launched within the last 3 years. That itself, the simplest statement, becomes a huge challenge to keep your pipeline filled with new products. Not every product that's launched will be successful. That's kind of there's attrition. So that's where you need a faster innovation pipeline. Very important. So you can juggle around, you can change or keep your SKU fine-tuned to reduce complexity. Compliance, higher compliance ability. Your quality system, your documentation, your training, all that goes into it. Resilience-based, process-based. If you are processed as a culture-based, the company that pays attention and holds high importance training, documentation, and processes don't make shortcuts, they are more resilient, because things don't go haywire when something unexpected happens. Sustainable growth is good for everyone. Every corporation that uh, invests in sustainability have much better social picture, social profile, and have their preferred uh, treatment from regulators, and they have much better position to keep growing. And the key takeaway is complexity becomes an asset, not a burden, when managed with visibility, technology, and resilience. The organizations that manage complexity best will outperform those that merely endure it or maybe sometimes fail it. Uh, so that's the presentation for today. I would like to mention a few things about our training programs from BRASI that actually include complexity as a topic. In Syscom, we have complexity. I showed the slide that comes right from the Syscom training program. And every every course has a view and visibility for all these key traits of supply chain management. With that, I would like to say thank you again. Thank you so much for being with us. Actually, we are just on time. but still we will have the ability to answer any question that you might have, guys. So please feel free, unmute. Thank you for your thumbs up. Great. It's a pleasure to have you here. So every questions, please speak up. I'll try to see they have anything in the chat box. Thanks in
Good,
the yeah.
good morning, Optop. This is Tawanda Overton Jones. I'm one of your new students. Thank you for inviting me, and I'm greatly enjoying the training that I'm going through. This has
Thank you.
been very in-depth, enlightening, and and presented all of the training in a fashion where you can really get into it and absorb it. And whereas not just where some people, some different places, trainings are just about selling their methodologies and their models. So this has really broadened my horizon and knowledge, and as it relates to supply chain. I wanted to ask you a question as the things that were talked about today and in today's training. What's the best way to ensure that you are doing some of these? Is it putting together a model plan that has different checkpoints to make sure that you're covering, because it's so much that you're covering all this, or do you suggest you have individual checkpoints for the different pieces? It's so much.
That's a great question, Tawana. First of all, I really thank you very much from my heart that you have such nice words from our training program. Really, it's coming from you, encouraging. Again, thank you very much for that. And thanks for your question. So complexity shows up in symptoms, right? Whenever you are kind of frustrated,
Mm-hmm.
why things are not working, why is it so difficult to get around, that's a sign that something is complicated and complex that needs to be resolved. And you're right, it's very difficult to put that in perspective and write about it so that people can see the challenge and can do something about it. And it can show up as inventory losses, can show up, and if you trace it back, you'll find that there's something that could be done better. The process can be simplified. So the mindset should be not to accept anything that doesn't make sense. Very common sense approach is the best approach. And culture
Mm-hmm.
at any level. For example, I'm sitting as a manager. I'm not the top of the company. I'm not. I'm an operator. I'm a worker.
Mm-hmm.
If I take this issue to where it should be heard, like a senior management meeting or my group meeting, now the culture defines that feedback. Where does it go? Is it just put on a meeting minutes and then forget about it, or really take it seriously depending on the value? And
Mm-hmm.
it is turned into an improvement initiative or a project. That's why Yogan was here minutes ago. He's an expert on lean transformation of the corporations. So we say in lean, small improvements every day. Like that's the mantra of continuous improvement, CI. We don't wait for one fine morning that everything will be fine. No, we contribute and change things at our level. So each person in the organization has the ability to either make a change in their own process that they control. For example, I have a spreadsheet that's complicated, complex. I can go ask for help. Please train me. I want to make it better. And then remove that part of complexity, and all these building blocks come together and make it simpler. At a higher level, the leaders, the managers need to understand the cost of complexity to the business, to customer service, to profitability. So like it's vertical. So each one of us has a responsibility to make noise, make it heard, make ourselves heard when we see complexity. We think from a common sense perspective or training perspective that things can be done better. So put it on a piece of paper, put it on an email, discuss it, and get the ball rolling. Take the initiative and become the leader. You are the leader in your own sphere. Make sense?
All right. Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm trying to find the mute button. Makes a lot of sense, and I'm making some notes. Thank you.
Thank you, Tawana. And thanks for coming over to this webinar. We do this regularly for students who take our courses and may want to learn more, expand their knowledge, and have some questions. So if you can't discuss those in a classroom, or if you're taking a self-paced course, this is an opportunity. Besides that button there, contact instructor, that's always there, but this is a huge opportunity to meet with other colleagues, hear from them, and ask and answer questions. So again, thank you so much, Wanda, for your input.
Thank you. I look forward to dialing in regularly. Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you. Anybody else, guys? Any questions, comments? I see our colleagues, our alumni here, Tareem, Saifraza, I think. So good to see you guys again. Thank you so much. We are a little bit over. I'm sorry about that. We'll start a little late, but there were some technical issues. Again, some complexity maybe in the process. We need to fix that. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you in our next webinar happening, I believe, in mid of July. So please stay tuned, and we'd love to see you again. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you, Danish. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.